coming to you from deep inside the bowels of a great big empty. Get ready for another episode of The Home Defense Show with Skip Coryell.
Okay, folks, welcome back to The Home Defense Show. This is your host, Skip Coryell. Today, we are in a different place. We are at Center Shot Indoor Gun Range. We're in their classroom. Phoenix, go ahead and pan around and show them what the classroom looks like here at Center Shot. It's a really good facility, awesome place. This is where I do a lot of my classes. Very good, Phoenix, very good. All right, keep the camera on me now. All right, today what we're going to be doing, something that we do in the Tactical Accuracy and Precision class. That's the 4-hour class that we do. We're talking about precision here. What does precision mean? Well, tactical accuracy is 8.5 by 11, basically the upper chest region, right? Precision is the head box, okay? When you've got to make that really good headshot. I'm going to show you what we do in the class. Typically, we'll use a business card. We'll just use a business card there, and I'll draw a dot right there, and the goal is to shoot out that dot, okay? And we'll do it from 10 feet, because 80% of all gunfights occur within 12 feet, so 10 feet is on the outside edge of that. And you'll also notice sometimes we'll use these Post-its. You know, they got the nice sticky back on it, so they're real easy, fast, see? They just stick right there. There's your head box. But, you know, we take them, and today we're going to put them on an FBI qual target here. And you notice the head box right there? It is almost exactly the same size as these Post-its. So you know, it's really nice. It's a great target. Business cards are nice, but you have to tape them up there. This is about the same size, a tiny bit bigger, but it's a perfect square, and it's basically, we're talking about the ocular cavity here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go downstairs into the private range here where I teach, and I'm going to load up with 5 rounds. I'm going to put 5 shots in the head box at 10 feet, and I'm trying to keep a really tight group, okay? The goal is 1 ragged hole. Can't always do it, but I'll do my best today. The reason we're doing this is because what I've learned is that if you can keep 5 shots in a business card-sized target at 10 feet, you can keep all your shots in the torso at 75 feet. Okay, so we're gonna head on down to the range right now, and then we'll go ahead, we'll see if I can do it today. We'll see you down on the range.
Welcome to the Home Defense Show with my dad, Skip Coryell. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if life was like the movies and the good guys always won? In today's world, if you're forced to use your firearm to protect yourself, you will need protection. Firearms Legal Protection is here for you. FLP provides you with seasoned, experienced attorneys that handle your criminal and civil matters as a result of you protecting yourself. FirearmsLegal.com provides its members with uncapped attorney's fees, bail bond protection, and coverage in all 50 states. We are not a reimbursement plan. You can access uncapped attorney's fees for as low as $10 a month. Firearms Legal members are provided with educational services, training videos, and access to our vast national attorney network. While you're protecting yourself, let Firearms Legal protect you.
Listen up, folks, this is important. There are plenty of legal protection services out there, but none will protect you as well as Firearms Legal Protection. This is the one I use and the only one I recommend. Visit firearmslegal.com/Midwest Tactical and protect your family now. Hey folks, I want to tell you about my book, Civilian Combat, the Concealed Carry Book. More and more people across the country are seeing the dangers in society and are deciding to carry concealed to protect themselves and their families. My new book lays it out step by step. It'll teach you how to protect and defend the ones you love. Get the benefit of 19 years of teaching experience and a lifetime of training for this important role in society and in your family. You can get Civilian Combat real easy. Just go to Amazon.com, search on Skip Coryell Civilian Combat, and it'll pop right up there. Don't put it off any longer. Get Civilian Combat, the Concealed Carry book by yours truly, Skip Coryell. All right, let's send it down 10 feet. First, I'm going to put a nice dot there. I'm going to try and erase that dot. Okay, magazine with 5 rounds. Let's see if I can do it today. Here we go. No pressure. Okay, bring it on back. All right. So it looks like I do have one ragged hole, but it's a big hole. This is a bigger hole than I want here. Phoenix, go ahead, zoom the camera out a little bit so I can talk. There, just a little bit. All right. Now, can you see me okay? All right. So this is not the best group, but it's not the worst group. This is about average. It's about what I usually do. I mean, sometimes I can erase the hole, but you notice that I'm shooting low. My group is low. The center of my group is about 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch low. That's pretty typical for me. On a bad day, I might even be an inch low. That's all about recoil anticipation. It's always been a problem that I've had for my whole life. I'll always be fighting against that. The thing to note here is even if I'm an inch low at 10 feet, that directly translates into 7.5 inches low at 75 feet. Okay, how do I know that? Well, because my wife's an engineer and I had her figure it out for me. She has a nice algorithm for that. And so when I run the target out to 75 feet, this shot, if it's an inch low, is going to be 7.5 inches low. So I think what we need to do now is we need to run it out to 75 feet and let's see what happens. Let's see if I can keep them all within 7.5 inches of that bullseye. Okay, so, all right, we're gonna shut it off. I'm gonna run the target down. We're gonna try it again.
This is Phoenix Coryell on the Home Defense Show. Always use guns safely and wisely. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Would you like to take your tactical and marksmanship training to the next level? If the answer is yes, you need to check out Center Shot Indoor Gun Range just south of Grand Rapids, conveniently located off US 131. Center Shot is one of the most advanced firing ranges in Michigan. Center Shot firing lanes have nearly 100 customizable shooting programs to make you better no matter what your skill level. Our advanced lanes allow a more immersive training experience to enhance your senses. Controlled lighting and target movement mean that you get the best practice and most fun out of Center Shot Indoor Gun Range. Memberships are available for as low as $150. Center Shot also offers a 10% discount to U.S. military veterans. So, no matter what the weather, hot, cold, or in between, Center Shot Indoor Gun Range is always a perfect 70 degrees. This is where I train every week, and so should you. Find out more by going to CenterShotGunRange.com or call them at 616-371-7468. Stay safe, and I'll see you at Center Shot Indoor Gun Range. Hey folks, I want to tell you about my new book, Concealed Carry for Christians. More and more people across the country are seeing the dangers in society and are deciding to carry concealed to protect themselves and your family, and that includes people of faith. Our churches are not as safe as they used to be, and that's why I included chapters on forming church safety teams and stopping mass shooters. You can get Concealed Carry for Christians real easy. Just go to Amazon.com, search on Skip Coryell, Concealed Carry for Christians, and it'll pop right up there. Don't put it off any longer. Get Concealed Carry for Christians by yours truly, Skip Coryell. Okay, I've run the target down to 75 feet. As you can see, it's a long way down there. With my eyesight, I can see a pink blob down there, center mass. So I'm gonna try and hit that pink blob center mass. Some days I can do it, some days I can't. We'll see what happens. We're gonna go 5 rounds here. Here we go. Okay, let's run it back now. Okay, I missed the pink. So the pink is right here. Looks like I'm about 2.5 inches here, 4 inches there, 3.5, maybe 4 inches there, 5, 6 inches right there. But then this little bugger, that sucker's down there about 9 inches. Now, the question is, why did I shoot 9 inches away when I was only supposed to shoot 7.5 inches away? Because at 10 feet, my worst shot was 1 inch low. My worst shot at 75 feet was about 9 inches low. So surely, obviously it's not a 1-for-1 correlation. So I know what it is. It has to do with old age. Okay? You think that's funny, don't you, Phoenix? No. It's about eyesight. When the target is at 10 feet, I can see everything crisp and clear. Okay, I can see it all just as plain as day. The dot, I can see the outer edges of the dot. When I run it down to 75 feet, I can see the pink square, but this square is all blurry. It's all blurry, so it's harder for me to do that because, aim small, miss small. If you can't see the crisp edges, it's more difficult to shoot with any degree of precision out to 75 feet. Okay, so that's the deal. That's why most of us, especially when you get 50 plus years old, I'm 62, so the older you get, the worse your eyesight gets, the tougher it's going to be for you at longer distances. With the exception would be like a hunting rifle with a scope. With optics, yeah, you can do that. But with a pistol, with iron sights or with a red dot sight, it's going to be tough. The best that you can do is just practice, 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 and tighten that group as much as you can. One nice thing about shooting at 75 feet is when you can stay on, that paper plate at 75 feet, it makes it seem so much easier when you move up to combat self-defense distances of, like 10, 15 feet, even 20 feet. So, this is one of the drills that we do in the tactical accuracy and precision class. We do it over and over and over again. It's fantastic. I recommend that you guys do this at home. Start out at 10 feet with this little post-it in the ocular cavity, then move it down to 75 feet. Go for the upper chest region. Well, sorry I didn't shoot better, but yeah, one take, under pressure, shooting cold, what can you expect? But you guys practice that at home. If you do better than me, hey, send me the photos and I'll post them on the Home Defense Show, so I'll be proud of you. All right, this is Skip Coryell on the Home Defense Show. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Welcome to my dad's Home Defense Radio show. You're gonna love it.
This is Colonel Danny Gillum. I host Frontlines of Freedom, a weekly syndicated military talk radio show. One of my co-hosts is Skip Coryell, the host of this show. We cover things that impact military and veteran communities, and we do it from the veteran's perspective. The show is broadcast across the nation and is also available as a podcast on our website, frontlinesoffreedom.com. Please join Skip and me weekly on Frontlines of Freedom.
Okay, Phoenix, are you ready to shoot now? Yep. All right, you've got a hostage situation down there. That got that head on the right peeking. You've got to shoot that bad guy, okay? Right in the center of the head. So go ahead, load the gun. All right. Remember how to do that? Good job. Get a good grip. Finger off the trigger till you're ready to shoot. All right, now just relax. Just relax. I'll be your cameraman. When you're ready to shoot, you go ahead. Great, you're doing it. All right, unload, show clear. You check the magazine. There you go. All right, lay that down. Let's bring it back. See what you did. All right. Oh, look at you. Look at all those headshots. Let me zoom in on that. You got a lot of headshots there, son. You know what? There are no holes in the good guy. Check that out. You didn't miss one time. 10 out of 10. Son, you're an awesome force to be reckoned with.
Thanks.
All right, good job, buddy. I think you shot better than I did. That was awesome. All right, go ahead, turn face the camera and say, goodbye for now from the Home Defense Show.
Goodbye for now from the Home Defense Show.
All right, see you next week, folks.
Thank you for joining us this week on the Home Defense Show. Now, get out there and protect the ones you love. We'll see you next week with more of the best in home defense.
Bye-bye, boys!
Have fun storming the castle!
And now for the Armed American Report. We have a special guest, Craig Gray. He will be giving us the analysis today. But first, all of us here at Frontlines of Freedom want our listeners to get trained and get armed in that order. We fully support the right to keep and bear arms for all law-abiding families, and we encourage you to find out about the laws governing use of deadly force in your state and follow them to the letter. And of course, don't forget to follow the rules of safety and common sense whenever you're carrying a firearm to protect the ones you love. All right, what's the story this week, Craig?
A Harrison Ark bank employee was leaving for the night on October 2nd when she reportedly saw a naked man charging at her. After she repeatedly told him to stop, she drew her concealed carry pistol and fired 2 shots, hitting him once and causing him to flee. Harrison police officers found him nearby and took him into custody. The suspect was airlifted to the hospital. The police chief said no charges will be filed against the employee as she has the right to defend herself and was in legal possession of her firearm. He added that it was obvious that the armed citizen had trained with her firearm.
Now, Craig, when I read this and I found out you were going to be on the show, I wanted your input on this because we talk about de-escalation and talking your way out of situations. What did you say to a naked man as he's charging towards you? Go ahead. Just give us the benefit of your worldly street wisdom, Craig.
Well, let me go back to one of my naked man stories here.
You've been through this before? How many naked men do you meet on a daily basis, Craig?
Well, now, I'm not going to disclose that information. I'm going to plead the fifth.
All right.
But seriously, and all joking aside, if you have the opportunity to de-escalate and to verbally create boundaries to stop the individual, that's best. I'll revert back to the totality of the situation. I was not there, so I don't know if she could have done other things to deter this individual from getting to her and possibly attacking her. Even the story that I read is a little limited on details.
Yes, they always are. That makes it hard.
But if it was justified for her to take that firearm out and defend herself, by all means, it's good that she was trained in order to do that.
Yeah.
I would hope that she did, if you want to call it due diligence, try to de-escalate or draw clear boundaries verbally and move. And was she in imminent danger as far as getting away or escaping? You know, was there a rationale for that? I don't know. I was not there, and it doesn't really go into details.
Yeah, see, the thing is, these types of things, they kind of happen fast sometimes. And it's like, one moment there's an empty parking lot, the next moment there's a naked man running towards you, and you're a woman.
How'd you miss that, right?
Yeah, well, and that makes a difference, right? Yeah. You know, if a naked man is running towards you, I mean, do you laugh at him? Do you run away? You're not going to be raped, obviously, where she might.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the individual, right? The person's size and abilities and, you know, where they're at with things. Just like if you were an older individual, if it was a older gentleman, maybe, you know, in his 70s or 80s who was not able to physically defend themselves, I could see to where you would be much more justifiably going for your weapon. So it has to be, I think that's a good point, Skip, that you make. And for those listeners out there, it's not an either or circumstance. There's definitely, it depends on a lot of factors.
It absolutely does. It's one of the hardest things to teach to your students, because it is a real gray area, because it depends on the totality of the circumstances and so many different variables.
I know it sounds like a cop-out when I say that, too.
But it's not. It's really not. People in class, they just want to say, just tell me when I can shoot the guy. And it's not that simple.
It is not that simple.
All right. Well, Craig, thank you very much for being our guest contributor on the expertise of, you know, charging naked men in Arkansas.
And my very definitive answers upon that subject.
All right.